I am so happy to speak today with one of my lovely clients, Teresa. And I just want to say welcome from, or hello from Cyprus, and this time to Portugal. Even though Teresa is from Germany, she right now is in a van in Portugal.
Yes, thank you very much for inviting, Lydia.
And I just have very short questions for you today. I would love to have a little bit of feedback from you. And I want to start with the first question, which is, do you remember like how you found me and what the reason was that you wanted to start working with me?
Yes, I can really good imagine those days. We really work for a long period of time now together, over 4 years. And at that time, I started my business really from zero. And I found you, I think, through your Facebook group. And I was all about strategy. I wanted to have a strategy business coach. And then I found you, and you had also this mindset part, which I didn't really know at that time, but somehow it attracted me, and yeah, I reached out to you.
So this was in the beginning of your business, and what would you say was the important piece here? So you decided to go, yeah, with a mindset coach, and of course we did strategy, all of that stuff around business. So what would you say was the main transformation or the main positive points for you in this beginning time that we worked together? And we will go to the time now then, like when we work together now. But in the beginning time, what were the important shifts for you?
I think the most important shift was for me to understand that the inner game is more important than all the outer circumstances. I was always like, yeah, I was more involved in the obvious strategy and not into the inner game. And with you, I found out that this is the most important part, and this was a huge shift for me, definitely.
Hmm. And how would you say has this, like, what has this done to you and your business? So when you look back, what kind of personality you were, like, how did this then really show up in your business and you and yourself, the work
Mhm.
we did together?
I was not that only numbers driven anymore, and I developed a routine for myself, which allowed me to have a constant business outcome because I was not overwhelmed anymore, which I used to be before. So I had different techniques and methods to use all the time, and that's why I was able to build up this business, I think, really fast, because I had this balance between the strategy part and also the mindset and inner game, and I use these techniques also today. So they follow me through my whole business journey.
No, I love that. So you already mentioned, like in the beginning, you were more like a little bit more numbers driven and you were quite overwhelmed with all the strategies. What were other perhaps pain points or things that you had in the beginning?
I often thought about, yeah, not to do a bad choice. I never wanted to make a bad choice. I wanted to do it right. And this was constantly in my mind, to do the right things and to be afraid of doing the wrong things. And you also teach me there is no such thing as wrong decisions. Um, and this really calmed me, this inside calm I never had before.
Yeah, I think that's a main piece for most of my clients, like this shift from hustle and overwhelm and then finding inner peace and basically doing that or following through with that in business, right? Like how you approach business. This is probably what you meant with the strategies and the techniques that you use now. So yeah, when you look now at your business, because you have stuck with me for whatever reason, like what are the reasons that you, after such a long time, still, yeah, come back, renew some of the contracts, book some things with me? What are
Yeah.
the reasons?
Um, I have to say, in the beginning, I was just by myself. I was self-employed, so I started out, yeah, only by myself, and now I also have employees. So my business grew, and also sometimes some struggles grow out of this process. When you get bigger, you have other stages of problems, I think. And I think I really regularly turn to book you because you have this, yeah, for me it's like a wisdom, because you know me very well, and you always know to ask the right questions. And these questions, they bring me to my yeah, to the inner point, to ask myself, am I on the right path? And you also help me to stick to the routines, because I know what to do, but sometimes you don't do it because you are in the normal day-to-day business. You are then sometimes I turn also to do the hustling again, and then sometimes I also forget to do the basic things. But it's all about the basic things. And I know we had 2 or 3 weeks ago, we had 1 week of coaching again, and it helped me so much because I knew you would ask me the right questions and I also have to answer them, right? So I took the time to do the things I knew already before I have to do them, but I didn't do it. So it's a real commitment always for me to work with you. And then I have the outcome in a really short period of time. I would never be able to have this outcome in this short period of time without your support.
Yeah, no, I love that. And it's so common, right? That people, yeah, we know everything. Like the knowledge is there. We can read books, we get everything for free on the internet, but the doing, like the implementation part, you really need someone in your corner who gives you a little bit of kick ass and like, yeah, ask the right questions, as you said.
Yes, definitely.
So what would you say, like looking back from when you began the journey, is it the same struggles you're facing and like in business growth, or would you say also what you need now from a mindset coach has shifted a bit?
I think it has shifted a bit because all the ground parts I know already. Back then, 4 years ago, everything was just new for me. So it's not that new anymore. But the implementing, I tend to, when I'm on myself, I tend to not do the things. It slowly fades a little bit away. And yeah, it's like, I think you can compare it when you want to do fitness and you go by yourself. You more tend to not do it, but when you have an appointment with somebody, you just do the things. And nowadays, as my numbers and also my problems are a bit, yeah, they are huge in compared to 4 years ago. So little tiny steps have a huge impact. And that's why I really love to have you on my side for this crucial points where I know, okay, right now there are some decisions, there are some steps to go, and then when I have you on my side, it just turns out to be much easier.
Yeah, I love that. And would you say from the beginning that doing mindset work, is it difficult? Is it difficult to also talk to someone and tell your problems? Like, was it like embarrassing, or how was this part for you? Because some people struggle with that.
Okay. Well, it was new for me, definitely, because it's not all about business. It's mostly you grow as a person. There are also private topics which you speak about, and I was not aware that you also have to do this part. I only thought, okay, the business Teresa has to do these things, but it's my whole person, my personality developed. And this is such a great thing because you earn not only in business wise, but I also gained a lot of it for family things, how my behavior with my friends is. So it's it's a wide range of things that change with this mindset part. And so you can grow as a person, which you have to do when you want to be successful in the business.
Yeah, I think that's a very important point. Yeah. And I loved how you said that. I forgot how you said that, but something about like personal transformation and you grow personally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so perhaps to summarize 2 more questions. When you look back over all the years you have stuck with me and I've stuck with you, what are perhaps the 2 or 3 main important pieces for you? Might be a certain mindset shift, might be a technique, or might be a shift that happened in your personality.
One thing which I really stick to since 4 years is the method of journaling. I never did this before. I never wrote down the things. I never took the time to do this because thinking is much faster than writing, but you dig really deep when you write down things. And this is something you taught me, and this helps me really, really a lot. And I can calm myself down. I'm a really proactive person, and with all the methods you showed me, I'm able to get my nervous system to a point when it's loud in the outside, I can be calm in the inside, and that's a huge a huge thing for me because I never had this before.
Oh, I love that. And my very last question for you today is, would you recommend working with me? What are your last thoughts on that?
Definitely, I would always recommend to work with you because it's it's just a beautiful thing to give yourself, to give yourself the permission to grow, and you won't grow by yourself. So to have you as a mentor will help you gain clarity about the next steps, this calming in the inside, and you will definitely, as I still am a person of numbers, you will also have these numbers in business which are growing. And this is a nice package of things you get when you work with Lydia. So definitely recommendation.
So it's worth the investment, also coming from a numbers perspective.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. I have this also in my heart. So it's still there. And yeah. I'm growing. I have employees now. I have a 6-figure business when I started with you from 0, so to say.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your lovely feedback and lots of further growth for you personally and business-wise. And yeah, we have some more calls planned and scheduled. So I will talk to you again soon. Thank you for your time today, Teresa.
Thank you very much.